And so, with Class A being informed that Star and Stripe managed to deliver a mighty blow against Shigaraki, giving them a good amount of time, a week, I mean, is good compared to a day, to get things ready and prepared, we're informed that several heroes, or what's left of the heroes across Japan, are doing their best in order to hunt down the villain. And All Might places it all on the table for them, what they'll be dealing with. Tomura Shigaraki, still the deadliest villain out there, All for One, Dabi, Himiki Toga, six of the remaining near Haiyan Nomu, the remnants of the Liberation Front, and all those villains who escaped from the prison. And the list goes on. There's no telling how many more allies those villains might have. Basically, All Might is telling Class 1A that the deck is really stacked against them. The odds are not in their favor. So it's up to Class 1A to prepare their best for what comes next. But honestly, they've already been doing that. Ever since Deku and All Might left the school, they've been training constantly in order to improve themselves and grow stronger as time goes on, with Bakugo especially looking to show off what he's got. And I love this moment where All Might thinks back to the first day that he saw the kids in their uniforms arriving on the scene, and now they've really started to come into their own as heroes, wanting to come together as one unit to do what they can to fight the good fight. And All Might truly believes that Class 1A will be a force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, we pick up with All for One and Tomura Shigaraki and the villains and all that. Tomura's body has been rocked by the corrosive nature of New Order, and Tomura Shigaraki is racked with anger at the very presence of All Might. The question kind of becomes, is this Tomura's feelings, or is it All for One's feelings? Because All for One does know that he can sense the rage within Tomura, and that they do share the same hatred. But All for One does try to calm Tomura down some. Yes, New Order has basically been purged from Tomura's system, so that does prove that it did basically eat itself. But they feel that, well, that was going to be a major obstacle that we would have had to deal with, so maybe it's for the best that it's gone. But he does make it seem that it's more like all of the quirks within him were more damaged rather than destroyed. So there's the potential for all those great quirks to come back. So it really is a race against the clock to try to get to Shigaraki and make sure he doesn't fully recover. So he tells all the villains to be on standby until Tomura recovers. But Dabi, nah, he wants to go out there and kill Endeavor. That's what he's all about. He's getting impatient. But All for One is just like, patience, Dabi. I've been doing this for a long time, and what I know works best is plans. Plans within plans within plans within plans. Make enough plans that I have enough routes to my ultimate goal. There's enough going on so that I can still manage to get some form of victory for me. And ultimately, that victory for All for One comes in the form of the traitor, the spy in UA, who we find out is none other than Hagakure, the invisible girl. Which, duh. Everyone was just like, no, it's Kaminari because he's made the Liberation Army signal with the L and stuff like that, and it's just like, I mean, but it makes the most sense for it to be the Invisible Girl. It really does, because we've never seen her face. Although ultimately the real question remains, is she doing this against her will? Or is she being controlled? Has she been subjugated? Is she even an actual child at all? Hell, for all we know, she was a grown woman this entire time. Maybe her entire past and history is a lie. I mean, it is unfortunate to find out that someone who we've been with for so long is betraying UA, and deep down I'm hoping that there might be some way that she gets out of this, or it's not true, or deep down she's good, but, I mean, Horikoshi's been going in some dark directions here and there, so I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring where this is going. Like, does it boil down to Hagakure being mad that she's just, constantly invisible all the time? That she has no control over it? Like, if nothing else, I'm not so much interested in her being the traitor. It's just like, okay, I mean, it makes sense that she's the traitor. What I'm curious about is the why she's the traitor. What's motivating her in this? How, what was it that made her betray everyone basically from the jump? Because she's been betraying them from since day one. So it makes me question, why go down this path? What did you have to gain from all of this? So I gotta say, I'm deeply curious to see what happens next. How will the students eventually find out that she was the traitor? I mean, she's, again, been involved with them and everything since day one. But I will admit, there was always a bit of a disconnect, again, because you never saw her face. You never really got to see the emotion she had going on. Yeah, you could pick up things from her voice, but, I mean, you can easily put on a fake voice. Was she actually angry all the time, needing to just put up with these kiddie games and everything? What was it that turned her into this direction? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think Hagakure's motivations are? Why is she the ultimate traitor of UA? And if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notification. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.